The South China Sea, home to vital shipping lanes, untapped resources, and now a rising tide of tension. Every year, trillions in global trade passes through these waters. But beyond commerce, what makes this region so hotly contested is its strategic value. A place where power, politics, and military might now converge. At the center of this standoff stand two giants, China and the United States. Over the past decade, China has transformed reefs into fortified islands, equipped with airstrips, missile systems, and radar installations. Beijing claims nearly the entire South China Sea, using the controversial 9-dash line, overlapping with territories claimed by Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia. Through freedom of navigation operations, the U.S. Navy sails regularly through disputed waters, often leading to tense encounters with Chinese warships. In 2016, the Hague Tribunal ruled China's expansive claims illegal. China simply rejected the verdict. Some of these bases lie just a few hundred kilometers from Taiwan, placing U.S. forces closer to any potential flashpoint. Meanwhile, the U.S., with no direct claim to the region, has taken a firm stance, defending freedom of navigation. But now, things are escalating quietly but decisively. In recent months, the United States has secured expanded access to 9 military bases in the Philippines. Through the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, China is alarmed. These bases give the U.S. rapid response capability, not just to counter actions in the South China Sea, but to support Taiwan in a crisis. Japan has also stepped up, expanding its defense spending and deepening military ties with the U.S., including joint drills near Taiwan. But growing military network that could box in Chinese ambitions in both the South China Sea and Taiwan Strait. Though the Philippines has benefited economically from China, it's increasingly aligning with Washington to safeguard its sovereignty, especially in areas like Second Thomas Shoal, where Chinese vessels regularly harass Filipino ships. Chinese officials warn that such moves are provocative, accusing Washington of militarizing the region. They remain wary of being entangled in a larger power struggle. And Philippines conducted war games simulating the retaking of an island, a scenario clearly designed with China's artificial islands in mind. The Philippines, under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., has taken a clear turn back toward the U.S., following years of fluctuating policy under Duterte. But many analysts warn that we are entering a decade of danger, a time when missteps, collisions, or miscommunication could spark escalation. But the Philippines isn't alone. The AUKUS Pact between Australia, the UK, and the US will equip Australia with nuclear-powered submarines. All of this puts strategic pressure on Beijing. From China's perspective, the US is building a loose. At the same time, both sides are escalating in more subtle domains. Cyber warfare, space surveillance, and electronic warfare systems are now integrated into the broader strategy. For regional powers, the situation is delicate. Countries like Vietnam and Indonesia want to avoid taking sides but also resist China's expanding influence. And as alliances deepen and military presence grows, the question becomes not whether the South China Sea will flare up, and all the while, the military drills intensify. Just recently, the U.S. Despite the tensions, open conflict has not broken out. The South China Sea has become far more than a maritime dispute. It is now a front line in the global contest between a rising China and a deeply entrenched United States. One strategic base at a time, one naval exercise at a time. The region edges closer to confrontation. But whether we're prepared when it does.